Hello, and welcome to the NFL Draft Analysis Show. I'm your host, Luke Willmont, here with my two expert guests, Danny McGinty and Martin Rigby. So, Danny and Martin, what was your favorite pick from the Patriots this year?
I'd have to go with Marcus Jones, the corner out of Houston. I think he's going to be a pretty special player, although he is 5'8", so he's got to make up for his size somewhere.
Short king.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah. Yep. Go to kick returning.
Exactly.
Yeah, he is a nasty
Very versatile.
Returner. I think he had, how many touchdowns? Do you know how many touchdowns he had, Danny? I think it was like
it's upwards of, 5, 7.
But that's going to be his role from day one, and I'm excited to see
I think he can make
return.
an instant impact.
Yeah, I think he can be a legit slot too, but instant impact returner. So
Especially with the loss of Gunnar Olszewski.
Yeah.
Spot should be open.
The man, yeah.
Martin, who do you think?
My favorite pick was also Marcus Jones, but I'm going to go with Pierre Strong too, the running back from South Dakota State.
He's fast.
He's fast.
Fastest running back in the class.
4.37 40. 40 isn't everything, but that's some legit speed. I think he complements Ramondre and Damian Harris super well because they don't have the home run speed that Strong has. And
don't sleep on Ramondre. He's got wheels.
He's got wheels, but he doesn't have 4.37 wheels.
That's true.
And last year, the Pats were slow in all areas. Defensively, offensively, doesn't matter. And I think one thing that the draft has accomplished a lot, even though we might not agree with all the picks, they got faster in a big way.
That's true.
And I think they can keep up now, which is awesome. And Pierre Strong is a great home run threat. He can break. I don't know how many breakaway runs he had, but it was a lot.
He was tied with someone else in the most in all of college football.
Yeah,
but he was in the FCS, so he lost some respect there.
Level of competition may be a concern, but he's going to be running behind a great offensive line. And usually the Pats sit their running backs year one, but because he complements Harris and Ramondre so well, and Harris does get injured more than you would like, I think we're going to see a good amount of Pierre Strong this year, and I'm excited for it.
All right, next question. Who on the Patriots do you think will make an instant impact?
I'd love to say Tyquan Thornton, but he's behind Nelson Aguilar right now. So unless we trade or cut Nelson Aguilar, I got to go with Cole Strange, sadly. Not my favorite
That's what I was
pick,
going to say, because he's the only one that he's going to be a day one starter.
He's going to
start.
start.
It's going to have to be him.
It's going to have to be him, and if it's not, then Pats are screwed, and Bill's going to get some heat for that pick.
Yeah, I wasn't in love with the Cole Strange pick at first. I don't think anyone was. It was definitely a reach, but I think he's going to be a good player. If there's one position the Pats can absolutely nail, it's going to be O-line. And I watched tape on him. He's a great run blocker. He's super fast. He moves ridiculously well for somebody. So I'm here for it, and I didn't love the pick, but it is what it is now. And hopefully he becomes a great player for us.
So Danny and Martin, who was your guys' least favorite pick?
I'm going to go with Cole Strange. I was pulling for a linebacker or
Devin
honestly
Lloyd.
Anyone else besides Cole Strange. Didn't even know who he was. So I was pretty bummed when we got him in the first, but you gotta have some hope. So hopefully he can get some games under his belt and prove Pats Nation wrong.
Yeah, I agree. That was also my least favorite pick. Pretty much everything Danny said. I was so excited for originally the trade down hurt, but I was pumped. I wanted Devin Lloyd, Trent McDuffie, one of those guys. Andrew Booth was still on the board at 29. I was really hoping for him. And then they took Cole Strange. Instant reactions was, this is an L, this is horrible, why would they do this? But then as I thought about it more and more, I realized that we do need a guard really badly. And he's a great athlete. He's very good technically, so there's not really any concerns. So
UT Chattanooga?
Other than level of competition. But he did ball out against Kentucky and some other schools. So when he played SEC competition, it went well.
That's fair.
All right, and with that being said, what would you guys give the Patriots as an overall grade on this year's draft class?
I'm going to have to go with a D. I don't think they're in the F tier, but
Jeez.
Yeah, I'm gonna be harsh. I'm gonna give him a D.
Okay. I'm gonna go C+ because I think they got good players in pretty much every round, which at the end of the day is the goal. But the value in a lot of the draft doesn't really exist.
Because value is a huge part. We could have gotten Cole Strange in
Yeah.
the second, maybe even the third. But
I don't think he would have been there in the third, but I totally agree with you that he would have been there at 54.
Yeah.
But it seems like they really wanted Tyquan Thornton, and it seems like other teams would have taken him after us.
I did see that, like the Packers and like someone
and the
else,
Chiefs too.
had interest.
So I think that maybe they really wanted Thornton, so they were like, okay, we'll just take Strange now, and then we'll get him later.
All right. And what do you guys think is the most surprising pick by any NFL team this year?
Well, besides Cole Strange,
Yeah, I was going to say we can't.
I think that
say
kind of
Cole
shocked
Strange for everything.
the whole NFL, but that's just typical Belichick. I'm gonna go with Derek Stingley at 3. I mean, he was a very highly sought of prospect, but I don't think anyone expected him at 3 because Sauce was still on the board, the number 1 corner, most people say. So I think Stingley was kind of a shock at 3, but I think he's a very talented player.
Yeah. I was definitely, I wouldn't say I was shocked, but when I saw that pick, I liked it, but I was just surprised that they actually did that at 3. Mine isn't going to be about who got picked, it's where he went, and it's Jermaine Johnson at 26.
God, yeah.
That's mine because from like the Atlanta pick.
He could have been top 10.
I thought he was going to go at
every pick from then on. I
figured he would go at 7 to the Giants, but then they took Kayvon Thibodeau, which was a great pick.
I think KT
and
is better.
Evan Neal I agree. But Evan Neal at 7 was an amazing pick. But then I thought maybe Atlanta would take him, maybe Seattle would. Yeah. Then I thought Baltimore would. And then that was a good, Kyle Hamilton pick was good, but he just kept on sliding and sliding. And then the Jets ended up landing him at 26, which was just wild to me because he's a great edge rusher.
All right. And who do you guys think had the best draft this year?
Well, if we're talking first round, you kind of got to go with the Jets. I mean, 3 of the possible top 10 players before the draft. I also love the Chiefs draft. I think they got a lot better on defense. But I'm going to go with the Jets.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the other Jersey team, and I'm going to say the Giants because their first round, I think, other than the Jets, I think it compares to the Jets, but the Jets just got 3 players versus 2, so I would still give it to them. But, I mean, Kayvon Thibodeau was my favorite edge rusher personally. So
yeah, I was kind of down on him. Yeah. I don't know why, just from the start.
I came around to Trayvon Walker at number 1 like 3 days before the draft, but I had Thibodeau there for months.
He just came out of nowhere.
Yeah, I mean, he's a freak athlete. Yeah. I mean, if you can teach him how to improve as an edge rusher, he's going to be scary. So, but yeah, Kayvon Thibodeau at 5 was an amazing pick, and then Evan Neal too, like number 1 or 2 tackle. Him and Aquanu were close, but I mean, he's more ready to play day 1 than Icky is. So, I mean, when you walk out with like 2 guys that people thought were going to go at number 1 for long periods of time, when you get that at 5 and 7, I don't think you can ask for a better draft than that.
All right, and with the final question, how well do you guys think the New England Patriots will be next year?
I think it's going to be a good year.
I think a lot of people are hating too much. I still think Mac Jones, good quarterback. We got some pretty good weapons, good line. I think the main concern is going to be defense. I don't know how our linebackers and corners are going to play, but we got some good safety, so hopefully we can move them around, get them involved. But overall, I'm gonna go. We slide into the playoffs just barely, and maybe upset someone in the first round or squeak out 1 win. But I think I'd be okay with that.
Yeah, for sure. I think record prediction, I'm probably going to have to say 9-8, 10-7, something like that. Like you said, offense looks good. We didn't talk about this yet, but the addition of Devontae Parker, I like. The trade was weird. But
I think we differ on that one.
Yeah, okay. The trade was kind of weird, but he brings a vertical element to the offense that in terms of jump balls, that they really haven't had for a long time since, not comparing him to Gronk, but that was the last like actual guy you could throw the ball up to and he would catch it.
Should have been Nikhil, almost say.
We don't talk about Nikhil. But so I'm excited for that. And we haven't talked about Tyquan Thornton yet, but I just want to for a little bit. I'm excited for it because the last deep threat, we had Brandon Cooks. It was Philip Dorsett, but like other than that.
I mean, Nelson Aguilar is on the roster.
Yeah, no, I know. But our deep threat, but he's not long term. He's got, 1 year left on his deal, and he didn't play well last year. So, but yeah, Thornton, huge deep threat, and that's going to stretch the field and make things easier underneath for Myers and Bourne. And if you forget about him, that's a 70-yard touchdown. So.
And Mac can throw that too.
Yeah, exactly.
Stop saying he can't throw the deep ball.
Mac's got a deep ball. But yeah, so I'm pumped about Tyquan Thornton.
All right. Well, thank you guys for being on the show. Those are some great analyses. Thank you for watching the NFL Draft Analysis Show, and we'll see you next time.